Okay, hi guys. So, I am here to start off another weekend reading vlog. It is let's see, it's 8:30 on Friday, May 22nd, and I had work earlier today, and then I went over to my boyfriend's house for like an hour and a half-ish, and I uploaded a video and I wrote a little bit with him while he did some schoolwork, and then I came home and I have just sort of been hanging out since I got home. I just ate dinner. I had kind of a late dinner. I had some veggie kebabs with rice and tahini, and they were really yummy. And now I am sitting in bed with a bowl of fruit, and I'm about to watch a little bit of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and then I'm gonna read and probably fall asleep because I'm exhausted. But I thought I would just give you a little update about what I'm doing and what I'm reading. Also, exciting thing, I got a letter from my pen pal today, so I'm probably going to read and respond to them tonight before I go to bed so that I can drop that in the mail tomorrow morning. And yeah, I think that's about it. Not super exciting night here. Okay, let's talk about the books I'm reading. So, I am currently reading Macbeth by Shakespeare. I have only read Act 1, so I'm at this sticky note, and I'm going to get to Act 2 at the sticky note, or I'm going to read Act 2 probably tomorrow. I don't think I have the mental capacity to read that tonight, so I'm going to read this at some point tomorrow. Maybe I will read Act 3 on Sunday, but we'll see how that goes. I am also reading Monster. This is volume 2. I haven't started it yet, but I think I will probably finish that this weekend because it's a manga, so it's a really fast book to get through, even though it looks big, but it will only take me like maybe an hour or two to get through this, so I will be doing that at some point this weekend. And I am also reading The Loneliest Girl in the Universe by Lauren James, and I am enjoying this. I don't really know where it's going. I'm about 20 pages in. Let's see. Yeah, 123 pages in to be exact, and that is just over a third of the way. I think it's 300 pages total, so yeah, and I have read most of that today, so I think I should be able to finish that. I should be able to finish this tomorrow, hopefully, and then maybe if I do finish this, I might have time to start another physical book tomorrow night or Sunday, so we will see. I don't know what that will be yet. I have a shelf full of things that I thought I might want to read in May, and I have not read most of them yet, so we will see. I will let you guys know when I make that decision. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me tonight. Okay, good morning guys. I hope you can see me. I can't really tell. It is Saturday morning. It's about 9:45 and I'm running a little bit late. I was supposed to meet this lady at 9:30, but it's okay. I am on my way to Target, but I'm not going into Target. Oh no, I'm doing something much more exciting. I'm picking up some vegan baked goods from a local bakery. I don't think they have an actual storefront, which is why I'm meeting them in a parking lot, but yeah, I ordered a bunch of vegan goodies and I'm gonna pick them up. I am super excited because one of the things that I ordered is a key lime pie. And fun fact, key lime pie has always been one of my favorite pies, but I've never had a vegan one, which means I haven't had my favorite pie in over 5 years. And this bakery, my mom sent me a link to them and said that they had key lime pies available for pickup today, so I, of course, ordered one, and I'm gonna go pick it up. I will be right back with the goods. We got the goods. Should we look at what we got real quick? Okay, so vegan key lime pie. We got, let's see, there's a lot of stuff in here. Calm down, calm down, calm down. Ooh, I smell donuts. You guys. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my god. These smell so good. So, I got all the goodies, and now I am going to run to my parents' house. So all of this stuff is getting split up between my house and my parents' house because there are more vegans at my parents' house than at my house, so I have to share with them, I guess. So, yeah, I will check in with you guys in a little bit. Look what I got! You're the bakery fairy. No. Just put it on for guys.
This is a lot of pressure.
Show us the donut. The lighting is so dark.
I'm just so tan.
Stop.
No.
Is this filled?
It must be. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Clink, cheers.
I didn't get filling.
Tastes like a donut.
Strawberry donut?
Well,
It's not very coffee.
not very.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Can I try a bite?
There we go.
Whoa, hi!
Don't want a bite.
You scared me. You want some?
Oh, you do.
You want some coffee? You want some coffee one?
Like that kid needs caffeine.
That is so true.
There's strawberry.
Yeah. Guess what his favorite toy is? A Reese's Puff. We play soccer, we pass it back and forth.
Okay, hi. Good afternoon. I was going to say good morning, but it's actually just afternoon. So, good afternoon, everybody. It is it's not Monday. It's Sunday afternoon, and I did not update you at all yesterday. Sorry. So yesterday I took you with me while I went and got all of those baked goodies, and I dropped some of them off at my parents' house, and then I came home, and I just kind of hung out the rest of the day. My boyfriend came over, and we ate a lot of key lime pie, and then we also made a cake because I felt like making a cake. I thought that I would have footage for you guys, but I completely forgot that I was vlogging, so I didn't film the cake making process at all, except for a tiny little clip after it was already done and we were attempting to decorate it, and I will insert that here. Is it working?
Yes, it is.
I don't think it's working.
It's working. See? See? It's fine. See?
So yeah, other than making cake and eating said cake and also eating key lime pie, we just kind of hung out all day. We read I have a reading update for you. We just sat on my couch and read, and he finished a book and I finished a book. So that's cool. And then we got Thai food takeout and we watched a couple episodes of Cowboy Bebop. And yeah, that was my day. It is now noon on Sunday. I worked out. I did arms this morning and I attempted to take some Instagram pictures, some like aesthetic Instagrams. Not sure if any of them actually turned out. I've never really used the self-timer function on my camera, so that was a bit of an experiment this morning. So I'm gonna have to see if any of those pictures can be salvaged through the magic of editing. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So now I'm just gonna sit outside and read for a little bit. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna last because it's hot, even in the shade, and with the breeze coming off the water, it's still really hot out here. So yeah, we're gonna sit and read for a little bit and then I will go inside and make some lunch. We will do a quick little reading update. So the book that I finished yesterday is The Loneliest Girl in the Universe. I think I mentioned in the only other clip that I filmed talking about books for this vlog that I was reading this, and I'm not sure if I gave you a synopsis or not. So this book is basically about a girl named Rami who is living on a spaceship, and she is on her way to another planet that has been deemed like habitable by humans. It takes 40 years, I think, to get from Earth to the new planet. Basically, her parents were astronauts. Something happened and her parents end up dying, and I think she was 11 when they died. And then, so this book is, she's 16 and she has been alone on this ship in space for about 5 years now, and she gets a message from NASA telling her that they have decided to send a second ship to the new planet, and so it's following her and it's going to catch up to her in just over a year because its engines are more developed because technology has continued since she left Earth, or since her ship left Earth. So this new ship has better technology and better engines, so it's going to catch up to her, and then they're going to fly the rest of the way to the new planet together. And so this book is basically her waiting for the second ship to meet up, and she starts exchanging emails with the person who's on the other ship, and it's all told basically through her email exchanges with this person on the other ship. But then as he gets closer to her, as their ships are getting closer to meeting up, you realize like there might be something a little bit more sinister going on. And it's interesting because everything is set so far apart in space that messages don't arrive instantaneously. So like she's so far away from Earth at this point that it takes like a year and a half for voice messages or emails to be transferred from Earth to her ship and vice versa. So there's like a delay between when the messages are sent and when she receives them. So like all of her information is old, but that's the best information she had. And then the same thing with the second ship, because he's moving towards her, the length of the delay between sending the message and receiving it gets continually shorter throughout the book until like at the end they're basically talking in real time, which I thought was an interesting aspect that I had never thought of before. And I gave this book, I ended up giving this book 2.5 stars. I thought it was a really interesting concept. It was kind of creepy. There were parts of it where like I was actually like on the edge of my seat reading it, which is great because I don't know, it's kind of hard for me to have like a physical reaction to a book, but this one, like when certain things were happening, like my heart was racing for her and I was just like really excited to learn where it was going to go. But I ended up being sort of disappointed. The part that I really had issues with was the bad guy's motivations for doing what he's doing. It just was kind of boring for me. Like it wasn't anything super interesting. It was kind of an overdone villain motivation. So yeah, I really wanted to like this, but it just ended up being kind of meh. So yeah, 2.5 stars. So I finished that yesterday, and then last night I didn't really know what I wanted to start next. and I have tentatively picked out this one to read, which is Green Girl by Kate Zambrano. Zambrino? No. I don't really know too much about this. I only heard about this book because it was mentioned by Roxane Gay in, I think, the introduction or one of the sections of her book Bad Feminist. She talked about how interesting the narrator of this book is, so I picked it up. But yeah, I don't really know anything about the plot in here, but I will see, I guess. I didn't really want to know too much. I trust Roxane Gay, basically. So, yeah, I think I'm going to start this today, and yeah, I don't really know what the plan is for the afternoon, but we'll see. I will try to remember to actually update you guys. Right now, I'm just going to, like I said, sit out here. I have some iced coffee, I have some sunglasses, and I have a book, so I'm just going to sit and read for a little while, and I think I will do a cute little reading montage for you guys right now.
And the enemies target the guys carrying the grenades, so they die constantly. It's very well done from a grounded level. Like, did you start? Now you finished the Stalker Space Book, and I was going to ask you about that.
It was stupid.
Why?
So and the writing was also very like juvenile and simplistic, and I don't know, I was trying to believe that it was intentional because it's about this girl who has never talked to anyone before and she's just immature. So I was trying to believe that the author was doing that on purpose, but I've read something else by her and it was the same, so I think it's just not great writing.
A little dumb.
It was.
That's disappointing. Hold on.
I'm just jumping in here to close out this weekend reading vlog, and once again, I did not do a ton of reading. I swear I normally do read on the weekends. It's just apparently when I try to film, I don't for whatever reason. So, yeah. And I mean, I actually did do quite a bit of reading this weekend, but I didn't film most of it because I forgot on Saturday, and then I was hanging out with my boyfriend and I didn't film any of that. And then yesterday, after I updated you talking about starting Green Girl, I don't know, I just hit a rough patch mentally, and I just kind of had a bad mental health day, and I'm not sure what caused it. It came on pretty suddenly. I was just like, I don't know. It was not good. And I think it actually might have been partially because of Green Girl. I think the way this main character talks and the way, I don't know, you're just kind of thrust into the mind of this girl, Ruth, and she has kind of deadened herself to the world, and it's very jarring and upsetting to read. She is just sort of, I don't even know how to describe it. She's just, I don't know, it's like she has removed her personality and all of her actual thoughts. She's just pushing them down, and disregarding them because that's what she has to do just to exist in the world, and that's how she gets through life, is just by making herself into whatever she thinks she's supposed to be. And so she's just, yeah, I don't know. I think the best word is she's just sort of deadened herself, and it really hit me because I feel like I have done that in the past, and I don't know, it just really affected me when I was reading it. And so I think that's a credit to this book that in 30 pages it can send me to that place, but it also means that, I don't know, I think it's going to be a hard book to read, so I might have to take this in smaller chunks. I read those 30 pages and then I had kind of a breakdown, and then I didn't really do much the rest of the day. Yeah. I read the 30 pages. My boyfriend came over and I had a breakdown in front of him, and then he left and went and hung out with some friends, and then I just kind of laid around the rest of the day and tried to calm down. And then I tried to do yoga, and then my boyfriend called and said that he was on his way, and we went and got slushies and just sort of hung out. And so that kind of helped me relax a little bit, and then I ended up reading another 10 or so pages of Green Girl before I fell asleep last night. And yeah, that was my day yesterday. So yeah, I just thought I would jump in here and give you a quick summary because I know I didn't show you a ton this weekend. But basically, I finished The Loneliest Girl in the Universe, which I think I talked about yesterday. I ended up giving that one 2.5 stars. I think it had the potential to be really good, but it just, I don't know, the execution just wasn't there for me, and I really didn't like how it ended. So that's that. And then I read 40 pages of Green Girl, and I was also listening to the audiobook for The Girl with All the Gifts, which is a zombie book, and I listened to almost 200 pages of that yesterday, and I'm almost done. Actually, I think I'm like 2/3 of the way through, but I think I'm gonna DNF it. So I need to pick up a new audiobook for this week, but that's not like a comment on the quality of the book, The Girl with All the Gifts. I just don't care about zombies. I have never watched a single zombie movie or TV show. I haven't read any zombie books just because that as a concept doesn't interest me, and I feel like they're all basically the same thing. I don't understand how shows like The Walking Dead are still going. Like, how many times can you watch people get attacked by zombies before it gets boring? I don't know. But so yeah, so I made it 2/3 of the way through the book, but I just didn't really care about it, and I think I would rather spend my time listening to something that I'm actually going to enjoy. So I decided to DNF it, but it's not a bad book, I don't think. If you're into zombie things, maybe give it a try. It was interesting because at the beginning, it's from the perspective of a girl named Melanie, and she's in this school, and she's like being studied by these doctors, and you realize that she is one of the zombies, but she doesn't realize that she is. So that was sort of an interesting twist. I don't think I've ever heard of it from the point of this kind of story being told from a zombie's point of view who doesn't know that they're not human.
So that was interesting, but it wasn't enough for me to want to finish the last 150 pages. So, yeah. I think that is going to be it for me. I'm sorry this weekend reading vlog once again ended up not having a ton of reading. I promise next time I will read. When I say that I'm going to do a reading vlog, I promise to actually read and to show you that reading. So, yeah. I think that's it for me. I'm going to go get ready for work, and I will see you guys in my next video.